What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you stopping by, spending a few minutes of your time here with me today. Yesterday, I was standing outside in my front yard underneath this beautiful oak tree, and I was just staring at the tree. Sometimes that happens to me. Then this voice in my head asked me, it said, did you know that there are certain types of funguses that grow on specific species of trees? And I'm like, no, but I guess I did because I'm asking myself the question. You know? It's like, yeah, so there are certain types of funguses that grow on certain types of trees. Certain types of trees are prone to certain types of funguses. And I'm like, okay, well that's pretty interesting. Like, I didn't ask, but that's interesting. I appreciate you bringing that up or whatever. You know? And then the thought comes and says, did you know that some trees grow poisonous fruit that actually looks beautiful, actually smells delicious? But if we eat it, we could become very ill, very sick, potentially even die. And I was like, I never really thought about it, but yeah, that makes sense. I can understand that some trees grow with poisonous fruit. Not all fruit that grows on trees is good for you. Some fruit may even be poisonous when it is not ripe. You know, like if you eat it when it's ripe, it's okay. But if you eat it like after, like when it's gone past that date, it's expired, it may cause you some issues, right? Or if you eat it before even, it could cause you some issues, potentially. So that makes sense to me. But again, I didn't really ask. And then it was like, my mind started to fire. Like, it was like the left and right hemispheres of my brain are talking to each other. Like, and I'm just witnessing the conversation between the two. And they're sort of like, this one's always annoyed. It's a little uptight, anxious. It's like, why are you talking? Like, I'm impatient all the time. I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, there's got to be a problem somewhere. And this one over here is like very like peaceful, helpful, trying to interpret, and sort of saying things that don't really make sense. This one has to interpret it. Like, they have to work together to make sense out of what's going on here or something. It's really strange, phenomena, but I'm telling you, it's like a voice that's there that's not mine, but it is mine. Like, it sounds like me, but it says things that are sort of out of character for me. Things that I don't know anything about. The information just kind of comes up. It could be like parts of my subconscious that have picked up information through scrolling on the internet or watching the TV or having it playing in the background or hearing certain things on the radio that are just coming up now imaginatively, intuitively, or something like this. But either way, they're communicating, and it started to make sense to me. Sort of equate the trees to ideologies. There are certain ideologies, certain thought processes, even certain behavioral patterns that are like trees that grow and they branch out and they affect many different areas of life. And these ideologies, these thought trees, these different types of trees are perhaps prone to certain types of fungus, certain types of root rot, even certain types of deadly things. Even some of these trees may be beautiful to look at. Even the fruit is beautiful to look at, but that fruit is poisonous. That beautiful, colorful, delicious smelling fruit is poisonous. If you eat it, you may perish. You know what I mean? And it started to make sense to me standing out in my yard, staring at a tree, having these massive personal revelations from the tree. I don't know if I'm talking to the tree or these hemispheres speaking to each other. Am I schizophrenic? Does this make any sense? Anything that I'm saying, does that make any sense to you guys? Sometimes I look out there, some of my focus, what am I focusing on at the time? And that sort of makes sense. Sometimes it's one of my goals, one of my focuses is to become a better father, to make sure that I'm being the best father I can be, to be a better husband, to make sure I'm being a good husband. And so in order to learn how to do that, that's kind of hard. Like, that's a very broad spectrum of a question, how to be a good dad. What does it mean to be a good father? There's all sorts of different variables, but sometimes I look outside and I see the trees, and the trees, how they provide this necessary structure for the squirrels and the birds and even insects to nest in, to live in. It provides this necessary structure, and that's exactly what I'm supposed to do as a father or as a parental figure, right? And so it's strange, like, I'm learning how to be a better father from the trees. Am I losing my shit? Anyway, man, until next time, I hope you continue to free your mind.